So the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS, we basically had two psychopaths going at it with each other. We had Lightning and Spectre, and I've said this I think last week, but I really like the fact that we have villains working with the protagonists. I like it in any series it's basically in. Opposite forces of a series have a common goal and they both work together, and their extremes they have, the positive good and the positive bad working together to stop this other force. I think it's cool, and to solidify that in this episode, obviously we have they're basically two bad guys, but the fact that Spectre, through all the plays that he was able to do in the episode, which were really good by the way, and we'll talk about them a little bit later, but the fact that he can be playing against Lightning, and he got to a point in the duel where he was able to do a maniacal laugh in the middle of the duel, I thought was absolutely precious. I thought it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. Did I think at any point Spectre would win? No, there was no chance he was going to win. But the duel was still fun. There were so many twists and turns. I would say it's probably one of the best duels we've seen in the series so far, just the way it went. In the last episode, Lightning, in order to counter Spectre, created the extra link. And then Spectre was able to get rid of Lightning's extra link, as well as steal the link spell card. So this made Lightning very annoyed, and you could see actual annoyance in his face, which I quite like that Spectre was able to do that to him. And then Spectre goes a little bit further, because obviously he had his speech last time about how he's weak. Weak people stay by those that are strong in order to, you know, rise up the ranks and whatnot. But he says in this episode he's been viewing Yusaku and Revolver's duel. He saw this extra link being created, he studied it, and he wants to create that perfect field too. And he does! He is able to get his own extra link out. I think he did 3 link summons in a row at one point in the match. Yeah, he did 3 link summons in a row. He got out a monster that could attack 3 times, that had like 6,000 attack. Unfortunately, Lightning was able to hold on. But then after he did this, he went into his main phase 2, because it is a master duel after all. And he does all these extra link plays. And he doesn't just get the extra link out, no. He gets, what was it called? What did Revolver call it? Extra link full mode, where you just get an entire board of link monsters. He had 7 link monsters out at one point. And then he started sacrificing them to get some bigger monsters out. So I was like, alright, fair enough. But he only had it for like a second, and then he started going into some bigger monsters. I'd liked it if he just left it with his field full, but still, it was really, really cool to see that extra link full mode. It was fun. It didn't last very long though. I kind of knew this would happen straight away. Like, it's all well and good being able to get all these cards out to stop your opponent from special summoning any extra deck monsters, except just like a simple Regeki or something would shut you down. Then again, he did have all those spell cards activated that were protecting things, so yeah, fair enough. He had a good system, but unfortunately, Lightning was the better duelist in the end. We had a quote in this episode that was in the last episode as well, but I didn't mention it because I didn't notice, but somebody pointed it out in the comments, so whoever that was, good eye. So the typical thing they do, I think it started in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, but it's probably been going on a lot longer than that, is where they say the phrase, but my monster isn't destroyed, and then the person attacking will go, ah, but you still take the damage. And that's like basically a meme in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Spectre did the opposite these past 2 episodes. Lightning was like, ah, I don't take any damage, and then Spectre's like, ah, but your monster's still destroyed. I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. Whoever mentioned that, well played. I think we've seen about 3 duels now with Lightning's Armatos deck, and I still don't know how I fully feel about it. Like, it's definitely powerful. We've seen that from this episode. He's able to get out extra links, he's able to deal with situations, he's got good sort of bounce back ability with the deck, but I still don't know whether I like the design. I think they don't work too well for me in an anime sense. I think as physical cards, having like the little statues and stuff would look really cool. So I think in the real world card game, if they do make the Armatos, unless they've already made it, then whoops, they will look cool. But I think in the sense of the anime, I'm not a massive fan of them. I like the idea behind them. I just don't like the look. They look a bit generic. But then again, they are kind of symbolic of what Lightning is. He is an antagonist with positive goals. He's still technically trying to save his Ignis brethren. So yeah, the fact that his archetype isn't some all-dark monster fiends that are like evil and corrupt and stuff, it's kind of fitting. So yeah, I kind of like that. And it still fits with the theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, where I assume Lightning's monsters are all mainly light monsters, which makes sense, and all of Yusaku's monsters are mainly dark monsters. So it's kind of that gentle darkness and the, what's the light version? The Light of Destruction, the Light of Destruction, there we go. That's always been a little bit of a theme with Yu-Gi-Oh! The darkness is always a lighter, I guess? Doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. But the episode ends with, of course, Spectre losing, which we all knew would happen, but it was still pretty cool. It was pretty devastating to watch all of Spectre's beautiful, perfect board just in like 2 moves, just go and it's all gone. And yeah, Spectre's defeated, he's turned into data. I think originally he was going to destroy the data, but instead he's like, Spectre, you know what? Wasn't that bad. Maybe we will have some use for him. So what will they do with Spectre afterwards? Will we see that in this season? Is he going to put him into one of those little robot-y looking things, and they're going to have to duel against Spectre? That could be quite interesting as well, because the next duel we're getting is Windy versus Soulburner. I think Soulburner is someone that could lose. I don't know about against Windy, though, because Windy is a bit of a mess at the moment, so Windy could lose. But if they could use Spectre as an antagonist again against the main crew, Spectre versus Revolver could be something that's quite fun. Then again, I feel like we've seen everything that Spectre is capable of now, so I don't know whether I want to see his deck again. But I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen for the rest of this season now? How do you think it's going to pan out? I still think that all the AIs are going to fuse together to create some kind of like divine Ignis. That's like an amalgamation of them all. Maybe it has like a better morality as well, like what Lightning's trying to achieve, but what I is trying to achieve as well. Their kind of ideologies smashed together. So I don't know. I hope Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS ends well. I'm still enjoying this series. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. But other than that though, guys, thank you for watching. Catch you later.